Hello, everyone. Welcome to Irongeek cast number, I believe this is up to 23 at this point.
Woohoo!
Oh, 24. No, it's 24. Lunk alert. Hello, everyone. Yep, I hear it coming back through the audio feed, so I must have it right. So after I install this one particular plugin, I can't actually see the live chat, so I probably need to pull the live chat up in another window if I ever actually want to see it. Let's see what we can do about that. But yeah, welcome everybody. Everybody say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Amped.
It's kind of empty this week.
Yeah, but more people will probably join here in a second, or maybe a half an hour. I don't know. Let me double check my feed here so I can actually see who's or say anything. And nope, no one say anything as of yet. All right, my normal announcements. What cons I have coming up? Well, actually, I am pretty much open and free until DerbyCon in late September. I had like 15 cons earlier in the year, got rid of all of those, and now I pretty much have DerbyCon to record.
Wow.
I'll be attending summer camp. I'll be at Black Hat and DEF CON out in Vegas. But DerbyCon's the next one to record September 20th through the 24th. The last few days, that's the actual con, the early days of trainings. I'll be at Skydog Con October 20th through 22nd. But I got a black badge there. I just hang out and party. Then I'll be at GurCon October 26th and 27th. And HackerCon or Secure West Virginia, whichever name I decide to go with this year. November 17th and 19th. And then I have like 5 or 6 cons lined up for next year.
Sweet.
So how's everybody doing?
Doing great, man.
Getting a free pizza. Oh.
That's always good.
Just sitting here stacking on ribs.
Snack on ribs? What kind of ribs you got?
Leftovers from 4th?
Yeah. Bought a new smoker, and you know.
Oh, there's some place closed. It's called like 502 Cafe. They opened up in Louisville about a year ago. That place had some really good brisket. I don't know if you know where that's at.
Not
It's
much
like-
into brisket.
Why the brisket? What's wrong with? Well, okay. All right. Going over the show notes, which apparently George Forbush did not come in and edit them this week, so I actually have added things. There's no mention, though, this time of Waterworld, so maybe there should be. Liberal arts in the data age. I know I saw this link come up because of Wolf. How do you pronounce Wolf's last name? You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I just don't know how to pronounce the last name.
Yeah, Wolf Golich posted this thing, and essentially it's an article talking about how liberal arts in the data age and how the future of InfoSec is liberal arts majors. I have my doubts. I mean,
Future of InfoSec is liberal arts majors?
Well, the future of InfoSec is liberal arts majors supposedly.
I don't. I can't see it for myself, but you know.
Now, I understand that liberal arts. I give liberal arts hell a lot of times because I think of liberal arts. I think of bullshit, poetry reading degrees, or I think of containing manginas. I think of bullshit. But then again, not all the things I think of bullshit degrees necessarily fall in liberal arts. I also understand, in theory, liberal arts also includes mathematics, depending on who you're talking to. And having decent English skills can be important for communication. But at the same time, the mental discipline of doing a lot of mathematics, I think, is pretty freaking important. I'm just not sure about this article's premise. Now, granted, I think a lot of by name InfoSec bachelor's programs are also bullshit because they basically come up recently just because someone wants to fill that niche because they know, hey, people know there's jobs in this, so people want to get a bachelor's in this. So let me offer something. But the problem with them offering something is they usually don't have people who are actually trained and have done InfoSec professionally. They get computer science professors who may know coding, may know machine architecture, but have done no security work in the real world to teach the classes. And they end up being lackluster as far as security. Like I have a master's in security informatics because I have there's details of this all on my website. I got kind of fucked over in my MBA program. So I went and took my credits and went to a security informatics thing in Bloomington, Indiana. Some of my professors were good, like Apu Kapadia. He was a pretty rocking professor, good guy. Jean Camp was worthless. And I've said that before in a thread. And then she shows up in the thread. I didn't know she knew the people I was commenting on. It's all about
Small world.
well, Taylor's trying to raise money for her because some bank was like making some vaguely threatening emails to her because she stripped down and punched the whole Trump-Russian connection. And I said something about, I don't know about this particular case, but I'll look into it. I know as a professional, she's worthless. And I said, I think I'm not going to add any money into this. I don't see any reason to give anything money to her because I know how much she makes. She comments, none of the money is going directly to me. What's left over is going to be going to these various lawyers from the EFF. Everything's better when you do the reading. To which I replied something like, oh, you mean like how professors should do the reading of when they assign someone for class that they should have actually fucking read it themselves. Because she had assigned shit and she obviously had never actually read it herself because she didn't have a copy of it. There were some professors who were just complete fucking charlatans, okay? Completely worthless professors. And I'm thinking a lot of security degrees are kind of full of those kind of people because it's kind of a new, how do you put this? As an academic pursuit, it hasn't been shaken out yet.
True.
Also, if you're a professional in InfoSec, well, first of all, unless you have a doctorate or master's or terminal degree in whatever the field is, you can't get a tenure track position at a university. Adjunct pay is shit. So there's a few people who really truly love teaching, and so they'll take the adjunct pay and teach because they enjoy teaching. And you may find kind of some of those in some of these programs. And you will also occasionally encounter people who are on semi-retirement. They got tired of the stress of an InfoSec job and decided to go for something a little easier as far as teaching is concerned. You find a few of those people. But unfortunately, I think most of the ranks of InfoSec professors or who are teaching InfoSec programs don't really have a whole lot of hands-on knowledge.
You know, I can beg to differ on that, but you know.
Okay, have at it. You may have a different experience than that. Tell me about your lived experiences.
Well, do you really want me to name names?
If you want to name names, I don't give a shit.
No, I think what he's saying though is it's like most things, you know, more of the people that you're seeing are terrible, and yes, there's, you know, a good number of people out there that are, you know, good teachers and actually know what the hell they're talking about, but I think there's a good number of people that don't really like have the experience, like you said, you know what I mean? They're just teaching because they're teaching.
Well, I mean, it's just like the mutual person who introduced us, Adrian. I mean, sure, her background might not be in, it might not be in InfoSec, but as an admin, I mean, I'm sure she was good at it. I mean, she taught it well, taught me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless you really want me to say her name.
I'm thinking about who it is, and I think I know who you're talking about.
Just say the name, man.
Sullivan
Cat's
University?
out the bag. Out with it.
Sullivan University?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I wasn't even sure we've met in person before.
Oh yeah. We've met several times.
Oh,
I just have one of those forgettable faces.
Wait. I'm trying to think how to say this without being offensive, but I'll say it anyway. You're a black guy, and so many.
Dude, I'm serious. I have a forgettable face.
Okay.
Really?
Apparently so, I guess. All right.
Yeah.
I remember teaching a few classes out there at Sullivan as like freebie things for the local ISSA chapter, which I really need to get back into actually going to my local ISSA. Louisville's ISSA is actually far more technical than the average ISSA.
Mhm.
That's not to say it's hugely technical.
And it's not just people there just to, be there.
Mine's terrible. It's like you get some vendors show up and they babble on about how their thing is the greatest, and then everyone goes and drinks.
Yeah, the one we have in Louisville is pretty good actually, but
Well, that was fun.
I haven't been to it in a while because I have to take off on Friday, and either I'm at a con or I have work to do that I need to finish up.
Mhm.
What the fuck, yo?
What?
So, I'm trying to order a pizza and it keeps telling me
Denied.
Yeah. I'm like, so I look at my bank account and there's, plenty of money in there. I'm like, well, what the fuck?
It keeps telling you, wait, sir, wait.
Yeah, it's saying there was a problem with your payment.
Well, if you have a certain given a time, I don't know what time zone you're in, but if you have a certain bank like the one I use, I won't say the name, but
I know which one.
Morgan, they typically go down for maintenance right around this time.
Uh-huh.
No, it just didn't like the copy pasta. I hate it when the apps do that crap where like you do the autofill or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like doesn't like it. What the fuck?
Oh, okay. So it does do that.
So liberal arts, all right, I can see some purposes. I can see some things that be good. I have a doubt about future, and I think there's a lot of people who you get about people I think with buyer's remorse or the degree they got, and they want to make a justification after the fact. If my brother's listening to this, I love you. I'm not talking about you. Sorry, bro. Anybody have any thoughts on that, or should I go on to the next topic?
For what? Sorry. Zoned out there for a second.
Anybody have any thoughts on that? Like I said, I think some people justify the liberal arts degree because they have buyer's remorse of a sort sense, and they want to make a justification for the degree that they got.
I think, you know what? I agree with that piece, because like that would be like someone saying, like, I don't have an engineering degree. I have a computer information systems degree, right? And that would be like somebody saying, well, people who only have computer information systems degree don't belong in IT security because they don't know what you're talking about or whatever else.
Okay.
So I kind of see both sides a little in a way. I see how they're trying to just the people that are kind of like throwing that argument out there are the people that are just trying to defend the people that actually have that degree, just trying to defend why they have that degree.
You got information systems. That means yours was more business applied to business and more hands-on, less theoretical. I can see the argument that that degree is not as good if you want to hire someone to be a researcher, but as far as hands-on taking care of shit, I don't know how your degree sounds pretty good in my opinion. And he muted himself because someone was giving him a call. We'll get back to calls in a bit.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I always tell people it's what you bring to the table, not what the table brings to you. Just because somebody does have that liberal arts education, like in the case of your brother with the masters in liberal studies. I wouldn't necessarily discount the person. I mean, if they're willing to learn, I would give them a shot. But if they just want to sit back and rest on their laurels just because they have a master's degree, I mean,
that's the thing is a degree doesn't always mean anything. You know what I mean?
Right. It's what they're willing to bring to the table.
just because you have a degree doesn't mean you understand or even know the subject, that the degree's in, because you could have skated by, and then just fucking dumped all that stuff when you got out.
Yeah, what's the old saying? Something like, what do you call someone who came in bottom of class in medical school?
A doctor?
Yeah, still. Yeah, my brother actually commented on the YouTube chat. Hi, bro. Yeah, we usually hang out on every Tuesday, but this Tuesday, 4th of July, our favorite pub is shut down. Was shut down this Tuesday. New Albanian, or as we call it, Richo's, because we've been going there for like 30 years or something. All of my courses were in history, geography, and movies. Movies?
Sweet.
Yeah, people offer some weird classes. Like, I've seen people like, what is it? I've seen some people apparently colleges now offer like the philosophy of Buffy the Vampire Slayer or some shit like that. And I don't get it. I get history courses, I get geography courses, I get, because quite frankly, I can use a refresher for a geography of the United States, because you start getting into some of the square states, or the rectangular states, I should say, I get a little confused over which. But I don't get some of the weird ass courses people offer, like,
the poetry of Tupac Shakur.
Beard Con awaits. Yes, D Blancoff TV, I suppose it does. I've been asking people at DEF CON's beard contest how exactly I enter via Twitter, and they haven't responded.
It's probably because they're fucking scared.
Well, my beard tries to broaden itself out to intimidate other beards. Because other people have me on Link, but the bread for this thing is pretty damn badass. Dave Kennedy actually asked if I would complain to HR if he had him and some other people wrestle me down and shave it. I'm like, give it till DerbyCon when I can do it for charity. They seem to be content with that response. But yeah, my beard is pretty ungainly at this point. It's a flavor saver too. Makes it hard to eat certain types of food.
You need a whisker dam, man.
What's it? Whisker dam. All right, tell me what a whisker dam is.
It's you put it over your cup, stuff like that. So when you're drinking beer and crap, you don't get beer all in your mustache. That and a comb.
What is it? A beer bib?
No, it's a whisker dam. It's a whisker dam.
By the way, I'm still uploading the videos from B-Sides Cleveland. Still, after a week. I'm not sure if they have me throttled or what, but this is pretty ridiculous.
YouTube's probably full of freaking
Not YouTube,
crazy liberals.
archive.org.
Oh. Archive.org. They're probably all liberals too. Probably don't like you.
Well, actually, yeah, there's one person at archive.org that doesn't like me because I'm talking about professional victims and he was trying to defend them and he got all pissy. So we ended up blocking each other. He can go fuck himself. Sorry, there's people who defend people like I'm seeing people. I post that thing about Sargon of Akkad and Anita Sarkeesian having a tiff at VideoCon. No, sorry, Anita Sarkeesian. Yeah, she probably got some harassment online. So does every fucking body online. If you're fairly famous online, you get shit. You get a lot of shit.
You don't even have to be fairly famous. You just have to put your shit online.
Yeah, true. But it helps if you're famous or you have enough eyes looking at your shit.
It definitely helps to be famous to get harassed more. But even if you're not famous,
I don't know. When I was getting harassed, I had a bunch of people donate money to me because I was getting shit. There actually is money in being harassed online because people feel sorry for you and then they'll give you money. It happened to me.
Yeah.
But when you sell a product, you never actually deliver the product.
Well, did you see the
whining about? Wow, you can see Batman. You can't see Batman's butt in this, but you can see Catwoman's butt that level of analysis.
Well, nobody wants to see Batman's ass, but Catwoman.
Well, you can't see. Well, you could see it in a game if you actually played the fucking game.
Yes, actually, you could see Batman's ass. Other people did prove that in this particular game they were whining about. If you did certain things, yeah, Batman's ass was revealed, and all people who do want to see Batman's ass, certain women want to see Batman's ass, certain gay dudes want to see Batman's ass. Apparently, there's a whole fetish for like
for Batman's ass.
Well, no, Nightwing's ass. The first Robin, who became renamed Nightwing. Look up Nightwing's ass.
I don't know if I want to Google Nightwing ass.
I'm going to Google it right now. It's entirely.
No, I've learned not to. I've learned about Rule 34 on the internet, so no.
Right. We're just screen sharing here, and we're going to look at Nightwing's ass.
But back to the professional victim thing. I think it was some black guy that posted the thing in his YouTube video, where
just so everybody knows, some black guy is the guy's YouTube handle. Okay, he's not the same. The dude's actual handle is some black guy.
But I think it was some black guy that put it in there, and it showed a graph of like what she made, and then it was like after the whole like I guess Gamergate or something happened, and like she went from making shit to a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, okay.
There's really a lot of pictures of Nightwing's ass out there on the internet, as you can see from my images I'm putting up right now. And apparently there's a female version of Nightwing. That's like one of the rules that is for every male character, there is a female version of it. I don't know. But there you go, internet. Nightwing's ass. As promised.
It's just black on my screen.
It's just black here, which is fine with me.
Here we go. Is that showing up now? Never mind. My screen sharing prowess may be subpar. We got a newbie in the channel. Say hello. Everybody's welcome. What an inclusive bunch. Alright, if you don't say anything, that's okay too. Oh, no mic. Okay. Well, hello, anyway. Alright, next subject matter. Now that we've covered Nightwing's butt. CNN and doxing. And all right, apparently over like, what was it, the weekend?
Well, yeah, because it caught steam like 10 hours ago.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, let's be clear here. You can think Trump is asinine and think the news media is asinine too, right? You don't have to choose a side. Both can be asinine.
What? You don't have to choose a side?
In this case, no, because I go to Johnson, man. The only thing I like about Trump is he pisses off certain people, and I find that amusing.
Trump pisses everybody off, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yes. That's most of my reason for, I find him amusing. I mean, I voted Johnson because I'm like, I didn't know what Aleppo was at the time either, and I'm all for legalizing pot, and so yeah, Johnson was still my man.
Wait, he called someone a leper?
Aleppo. He didn't know what Aleppo was.
Aleppo. Which
is apparently a place in Syria that's been seeing some serious bombing and strife and problems.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's the quote unquote capital of the Syrian resistance, or the Free Syrian Army, or however the fuck you want to put it.
Yeah, and I don't know enough about the details of that. But apparently, Trump posted some meme that someone else made that they took like some video from one of his old WrestleMania things where he was like beating up Vince McMahon, is that guy's name? No.
Yeah.
And I put CNN on it. And then so a bunch of people on CNN got all butthurt about it and said, "Oh, this is promoting hatred against the media and First Amendment." Like, your First Amendment shit's not being ruined. You can still say shit, but people can point out that you're kind of ridiculous and make fun of you for it. And as far as promoting hatred and violence, I've seen a lot of that from the media also. So no, it's just a fucking meme. But then they backtraced. I love that term, backtraced. Who the person was that originally posted it, and apparently made some posts that sound like they were vaguely threatening of doxing the person. And the guy issued a public apology and said he wasn't going to do that anymore. And apparently he's also posted some shit that may have been racist or anti-Semitic. Does anybody know more details on this?
Yeah, so they threatened to release his name, even though he's a 15-year-old and a minor at that. So the powers of Reddit, 4chan, 8chan, I heard some people on Tumblr. We're gonna come together and do some shit to CNN. Which, well, if 4chan's involved, it's going to involve pizzas and taxis. So,
all right, it's just hilarious.
So they were going to go that route, and that's all that I heard. And I just find that it's surreal that CNN is bringing those groups of people together just temporarily.
Yeah, see, I don't see why CNN is so pissed about it. I mean, it's a silly ass meme, and some of the whining about, oh, this is encouraging violence against the media. Well, I don't think the people have trusted the media in quite a freaking while. They shouldn't necessarily trust everything Trump throws out on his Twitter stream either.
Well, who was it that went to court and figured out or got it approved or whatever you want to call it, that basically the media is an entertainment outlet and it doesn't have to be factual?
I do not know.
Alex Jones?
Let's see.
You looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Well, because I mean, the only recent
February 2003, a Florida Court of Appeals unanimously agreed with assertion by Fox News that there is no rule against distorting or falsifying the news in the United States.
figures to be Fox.
Yeah, right.
But I know during Alex Jones's divorce hearing, he clearly said that he was an entertainer and that sometimes he doesn't believe his own shit.
Yeah, you make that claim, and I'll buy that. I don't think Alex Jones truly is the character he portrays online. I'm pretty sure that's.
You think it's a persona?
Yeah, that's essentially what he said.
Well, that's what. Yeah, I know that's what they said, but I kind of wonder if that was him just trying to fucking cover his ass, or if he was actually being truthful. Because I mean,
probably a bit of both. I can't imagine he's really that flamboyant. Flamboyant's not even the right term for it. Constantly, I doubt he's that at all times. I'm thinking part of it is a put on show. Like Milo Yiannopoulos, I don't think, while he might be saying most of his real beliefs, I think he plays up the aspects. You know what I'm saying? He plays up to get more attention.
Yeah, Alex Jones is the InfoWars guy, right?
Alex Jones is the InfoWars guy. Yes. Yeah. Milo Yiannopoulos was a Breitbart until the whole. He made some statements about age gap relationships that were a little on the creepy side, and then he got in trouble. Age
gap relationships, fucking shit right there, man.
Sometimes a younger man with an older man can be good for the younger man as far as mentorship and so forth with relationships. Because he was thinking of his own relationship. He was like 17, dating a 30-year-old man. And he also said something about Father Michael. Apparently, he had some sexual relationship with some priest. So he never actually had ever admitted or say anything about him being a pedophile. But that when he was a kid, well, let's say 13 years old, he'd had some relationships with people who were older men who, even though Milo claims to have wanted it at the time, probably should have known better not to go there.
Right.
So, yeah, you got in some huge hubbub about that.
Yeah, that NAMBLA shit that shit pisses me off.
Yeah, that's some like that shit. And then you see those like those news outlets like Salon and so forth trying to normalize pedophilia shit, and I'm like,
no, fuck. Dude, I'm telling you right now, man. You normalize fucking pedophilia, and all us normies are gonna be murdering folks. Because I swear, dude, the first time some motherfucker comes along and says, "Oh, I want to date your 12-year-old daughter," and he's 30, I'm gonna fucking shoot him.
You come home from spending some time out, you trusting your daughter, there's some dude that's dry humping on your daughter. I'm sure there'll be some holes dug.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking grab him by the back of his head and slit his throat.
yeah, I try not to have a double standard on this thing. The way I normally tell if something's sexist is I take the genders, flip them, and ask if anybody would care. If no one would care if the genders are flipped, then I'm like, nah, it's probably not sexist. But I gotta admit, if I had a son and a daughter, I probably would have a double standard on that shit. Like if my 16-year-old daughter is having a video teacher who's male, I'd be like, I wanted to kill them. So, but if my
the difference
son was fucking a 30-year-old female teacher, I'd probably be like, son, if you got her pregnant, you'd be in debt for the rest of your life. You'd be having this problem and that problem. Don't do this. So, like, who I'd blame, and I know it's a complete fucking double standard, but in my head, I understand that I would have that double standard, even if I don't want to.
There's some. There's differences. There's differences between men and women, boys and girls, and the way we react to certain life events. For a 16-year-old boy, a 30-year-old woman offering herself to you is a fucking great day, right? For a 16-year-old girl, a 30-year-old man trying to have sex with you might not be so great.
No, I mean, you're saying that 16-year-old girls aren't necessarily wanting sex?
No. Well, I mean, at 16, people are, they're doing it. But a lot of the, I don't think 16 is considered pedophilia because that's
true. We're talking about post-puberty, so
yeah. So
pre-puberty,
you're talking,
really starts giving me the creeps. That's
like if a woman or a man or a woman came after my boy and he was 10 or 12, I would probably be upset as well, and she probably wouldn't make it either. Okay. Because at that point, a 10 or 12-year-old boy doesn't understand and can't necessarily consent fully knowing what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Yeah, generally.
I'm gonna step away from this conversation.
But like, you don't hit most people. It depends on when you hit puberty. Some people, of course, younger than others, and they recognize things sooner than others. Boys generally.
Argument was that at 13 he was a very sexual person, and he thought he could consent. But then again, how much this is a justification for people? My understanding, people who have been sexually abused in one way or another, they come up with ways in their own heads to justify it. So
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. He wasn't. I put it this way. He wasn't the one, and I hate to do position of power shit because that's an SJW when I say that shit, and it makes me feel dirty also. But he wasn't the one in the position of power of authority. So I mean, he was the one that was.
And the other thing is too, is a 12 to 14, even 15-year-old boy or girl, you're very easily overcome physically. You know what I mean? And then mentally manipulated.
I think it's more mentally manipulated because I got no overture that it was physically, bound or.
Yeah, I fine. I'll go ahead and say it. At 12 and 13, I was knocking down 18 and 19-year-old women. I mean, it just was what it was. But I was also hanging out with my sister, so I mean.
But it depends on when you hit puberty and stuff. And like I said, boys are different than girls generally. Yeah, like there's some different things going on,
Yeah, where you're at a party and alcohol's involved, and quite frankly, I was always tall for my age, and well,
Well, there you go.
So you look like you were 18 when you were 12.
no, I looked like I was 13 when I was 12.
Oh, okay.
I was just tall as hell. So I mean,
Can't say I ran that particular farm, but yeah, this is an awkward subject. I got off on. Got off on doesn't sound. That's not. I mean, that tangent that we went off on it was like.
yeah. But then if I had kids and my 12-year-old daughter was getting knocked down by a 19-year-old, I would be going to jail and.
But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's a total double standard when it comes to a father with his sons and daughters. You know what I mean? Because you kind of remember what it was like to be a younger man, and you remember what you wanted to do, and that's not what you want to fucking think about your daughter doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed. And I also know, as a younger man, I had thoughts about certain of my teachers who were older than me that were not exactly, let's say, unclean.
Right.
Then again, the first time I knew I was heterosexual was because of Linda Carter and Wonder Woman. So I know what homosexual was. I know options. Oh. At that point, it's like, wow, hot brunette chicks. There's something I really like about them.
I don't know what it is yet. I can't quite put my finger on it, but
right. Pamela Anderson,
slow
motion boobs,
and other things. Yes.
That was it for me. Pamela Anderson, slow motion boobs.
Oh yeah, you're a little bit younger than me. Yeah. Yeah, Pamela Anderson. I like Pamela Anderson better when she was in Tool. She was the Tool Time girl on
right before she got herself Herblades.
I don't like all the fake, like I have a lot of friends who have an Asian girl fetish. And I don't. But it's not because I don't think those beautiful Asian women. It's just that what media shows as beautiful Asian women, they all look so much the same. Kind of like the women from what's that porn studio? Damn it! Like all the women were like blonde with big, huge, fake boobs, and it all looked the same. It's just something about that I don't like the sameness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no, I'm not saying that all Asian women look the same. They don't. But I'm saying a lot of what the media puts forth as a beautiful Asian woman, a lot of those Asian women look the same. Just like women Vivid. I think it's Vivid Entertainment. Just like a lot of what Vivid puts forth as the beautiful blonde white chick, they all look the same too.
No, I mean Vivid also has an alternative. They have an alternative division where if you're into chicks with tattoos and so on and so forth, they have that for you.
Okay, I feel like
that I found through research.
Oh yeah, tell us more about the research. I remember there's like, what is that lady's name? See, I'm thinking of a different company. It's not part of Vivid. It's part of a different company. And I'm trying to think of the name of this particular Jewish lady who
her company is under the Vivid umbrella.
It is?
Yeah.
Because I know she's known for like having a lot of tatted up girls and alternative, as they call it.
Yes.
And I'm trying to Jonah Angel. Is that her name?
Yeah, Joanna Angel.
Yes, I remember seeing a zombie porn film for it.
A zombie porn.
Yeah.
Has anybody watched Scout's Guide to Zombie Apocalypse?
It's called We Penetrator. I'm not joking. It's We Penetrator. Yeah, seriously.
Has anybody watched Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse?
No, can't say I have.
You gotta watch that. It's fucking hilarious. Sorry, there was a zombie booby scene that it made me think of. Your zombie porn made me think of that. It's a fucking hilarious movie, though.
Someone just said, Infinite Series said, Pamela Anderson was the least attractive woman on Baywatch, in my honest IMO.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, wasn't Yasmin Bleeth on that also?
I don't know, man. I was too busy.
Yeah, she was.
I mean, I can't think of, none of the women were ugly. Even the one that was age appropriate for David Hasselhoff was pretty damn knockout hot. Well, you gotta throw in you only accept so much of an age gap, and have you ever seen the TVTropes.com? It's.com.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, all right. TVTropes.com is a great site to check out because it shows you that nothing is original. Like,
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing some people making some asinine arguments on a YouTube. No, there was a IMDb that Ghost Rider was a Spawn ripoff. Ghost Rider predates Spawn in comics, but not as a movie. But it's all a fucking ripoff of Faust. If you look on TVTropes.com, you'll see that everything is a ripoff of something else.
Well, yeah, I mean, everything's pulling from some other historical event or story or something like that, you know?
Yeah, and by the way, B. Bland, Cough B, yes, Terry Hatcher. That would definitely be high up on my list. But yeah, TV Tropes, they have a thing called Dawson's Casting, where you have shows with supposedly teenagers in it, but because of how the laws work as far as having to provide tutors and work hours and so forth, you have teenagers played by 20-somethings.
Yeah.
But they want the parents to still look attractive, so the parents are played by someone that's only like 10 years older than the people that supposedly their children. So yeah, look up Dawson's Casting sometime. It's amusing. TV Tropes is one of those sites. It's kind of like IMDb, where it's be a huge time sink where you can just click, 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 click. Oh, what's this? What's that? Like, I love like things like, oh, what your example. I don't know how to pronounce it. U-R-E. That's like basically means a primordial example of something, like a primordial example of a superhero before what we normally think of as being a superhero. For instance, superheroes, pretty much, we can say Superman is the iconic superhero to set what the genre was. Would you agree? Maybe you will agree, maybe you won't. But you can come up with a example, which is something before Superman that kind of was what a superhero was. Like you might go with Scarlet Pimpernel or some the Shadow, which was my understanding. Batman was kind of a Shadow ripoff in some ways. There's all examples that predate what we normally think about as the codifying example.
Gilgamesh, the first superhero.
Yes, Gilgamesh. That might be an example as well.
There literally is no written story that's before Gilgamesh.
That's the earliest?
It is the first written story. The very first.
My first three crushes, my brother says, was Linda Carter, good one, Catherine Bach, also excellent, and Princess Leia. Okay, yeah, I can go with all that. I'm down with that.
So here's what I hate about freaking superheroes. First of all, Superman, right? You can't shoot him, you can't stab him, you can't kill him unless you got kryptonite, and he can fucking pick up a train and throw it because he's the strongest man on earth. And then he fucking punches a regular human being, and the guy punches him back. Like, the dude would fucking explode.
Yes, like, Superman, he always seemed overpowered and have less of an interest in Superman. Superman isn't really
or in the old Superman TV shows where the bad guy would have the gun and would empty the revolver into Superman. And, he's just sitting there with his fist on his hips. Bullets are bouncing off, and then then the bad guy runs out of ammo. And what does he do? Throws the fucking weapon.
Yeah, but there is one thing that I do like. Superman was never a character I was bit into because he always seemed too powerful, and you'd have to.
He's always getting his ass beaten. He's freaking supposed to be the most powerful man alive.
But there was a song that actually made me interested in Superman from an archetype standpoint, and let me channel my Jordan B. Peterson here. There was a song that basically pointed out to me that the interesting thing about Superman is not the fights that he directly has, external forces, but with internal forces. Like there's a song, you don't know the Crash Test Dummies?
Mm-hmm.
So Superman song, the lyrics are, Tarzan wasn't a ladies' man. He just come along and scoop him up until his arms like that. quick as a cat in the jungle. Clark Kent, now there was a real gent. He would not be caught sitting around in no jungle scape, dumb as an ape, doing nothing. Superman never made any money, saving the world from Simon Gurney. And sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him. And it goes on and on. But the point of the song is essentially, at least I understand how lyrics go. The big interesting about Superman is he's this all-powerful being, yet he remains good. And quite frankly, power corrupts. If I had the power that Superman had, I'd be up to all sorts of devious shit. And that's, I don't know, kind of the moral essence of Superman. Maybe I'm too drunk to explain it right now. I don't know. You get my point? Have you heard the song?
No, I get what you're saying. I mean, like I said, if he was to actually punch somebody, they would just fucking break into pieces.
Yes, and he's too powerful, which is one of the reasons Batman's more interesting to me, because Batman actually has a threat from other external forces. If you go to a good Superman
shot,
I think you have to make it about internal conflict.
Yeah, more about remaining pure, or being the good guy.
And that's the whole thing. He's called the Boy Scout sometimes. Or him and Captain America both, I think, sometimes refer to as Boy Scouts. If we have that much power, remaining pure and not getting corrupted, it's kind of a more interesting tack to take. I don't know. My favorite comic book character when I was growing up was the Punisher, so what the hell do I know? I grew up in that 90s era of, teenage angst and shit and hyper-violent characters. I think my three favorite, my three favorite X-Men were Wolverine, of course, because what angsty teenager doesn't love Wolverine? Nightcrawler and Colossus.
I don't know. Nightcrawler was so.
He just looked cool.
He sucked in the video game. I hated it.
Oh, well, which video game? Because I have a couple X-Men video games.
Oh shit! I can't remember which one it was.
There was one I had that was called Madness in.
It was on the Sega. It was on the Sega.
Unless you count the Impact saying, unless you count the Injustice games, I have not played them. I understand the plot line is that Joker somehow killed or tricked Superman into accidentally killing Lois Lane. Then Superman goes insane, kills Joker, and then takes over the world to keep any kind of injustice like that from happening again. And then Batman becomes the resistance to Superman. That's what I understand.
Well, that's what I would get too. Like, if I was fucking Batman, I would have killed Joker the second time I ran into him. You know what I mean? Like, this guy's an asshole. Apparently, they're just gonna keep letting him out of jail. So,
Batman wasn't always a no-kill guy. If you read some back really old issues, I don't really like Crack.com much, but Crack.com did an article on times that the Batman is killed, and some reasons that aren't even all that, kosher, I'd say.
they throw some Bible aspects in there where you kill the guy for his wife.
No, I was gonna say no. He killed somebody because they were like a steroided up retarded person, and somehow the person's death was better off if they were dead than being alive at all.
I can see that.
It was something along those lines. Let me look up Batman kills. 15 times Batman has killed people. No. This was on 6 most brutal murders committed by Batman. Let me look up the details here. See, people who listen to this podcast, or, what do we even call this? The stream for deep infosec knowledge, you're going to be sadly disappointed. I'm sorry.
This week.
Well, a lot of weeks, but...
last week we had a good conversation about some infosec shit.
Yeah, I know where Logan is. Speaking of Logan, I wonder if he was named after the comic. Never mind. Let me share my screen out real quick because I'm pretty sure it's in here someplace. All right. Batman hangs mental patient from Batplane. Batman's career is needless, brutal, and early. The very first issue of Batman's Soul Rag, an evil scientist uses a toxic serpent to turn a group of innocent mental patients into muscular, out-of-control monsters. Scientist henchmen are driving one of the monsters to town, planning to set it loose in front of they want to rob. Unfortunately for them, Batman has just finished mounting a brand spanking new machine gun to the Batplane. Batman guns down the driver and causes the truck to crash into a tree. The henchman actually gets off easy compared to what happened to the confused, mentally handicapped muscle in the back. As soon as he falls out of the truck and before he can hurt a single soul, Batman drops a loose around from reinforced steel and easily snatches the monster by the neck. Yeah! Batman then lifts the aircraft as the monster desperately struggles to break free from the noose, putting him to death, and thus forming the world's execution by bat-shaped plane. The Batplane then sails smoothly towards its next destination from a few hundred extra pounds of genetically altered deadweight attack, swinging like a test pendulum. That's enough of reading about it. You get the point. All right, who joined that has the sound going?
Sounds like it's sitting in a server room.
It's either me or Peter. I just muted Peter. Peter, if you pick out your mic condition, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think it was Peter.
Yeah, I just muted him, and that solved the problem, so it's all good. All right, let me look up the next question I was going to have in my show notes. We had CNN doxing. We kind of covered that. That's a big ball of bullshit. I have a friend who's worried about themselves getting doxed, and one of the questions they asked me is how the best put fake information out there. So we're talking about sites like familytree.com and other sites similar. What's the best way to put false flags out there? Basically, fill up so many sites with fake information what your actual address is.
I have multiple people with the same name as you that are famous.
None of us have that option, dude. The name is Bob Smith. Yes, sure.
I literally Google my name and there's multiple people that are famous, and apparently I'm doing fucking terrible at life because everyone else in my name is.
That does not look.
I don't know, put out fucking, I would say fake Facebook accounts and shit like that. But I mean, it's kind of hard to, especially for you. I mean, you don't really hide the city you're in and everything like that, you know.
I'm pretty open about my docs. Then again, I'm not particularly worried about anybody coming to visit it.
Right.
Because most of the people I piss off are, really pussified people. Some mentally ill people, generally pretty pussified.
Yeah, if you're I guess pretty quiet on the internet, that's probably the safest way, or just make multiple Facebook accounts and crap too. But that gets difficult to maintain. I don't really care anymore. Fucking show up at my door with ill intentions, and I live in a state where I can blast you through the door and still be okay.
Yay! Yay, classically liberal gun laws.
Right.
Yeah, I live in Indiana. We're pretty good about most of that stuff. I'm not sure about the stand at your ground laws and so forth. The only annoyance I really know about Indiana gun laws is, in theory, I have to have my concealed carry to even take my gun to the range, because apparently I can take it from my house or my place of business to the gun shop and back, but I can't generally carry it, which to me seems a little weird. But we're pretty open about it's easy to get a concealed carry, so I can take it wherever the hell I want now.
Yeah, I run concealed carry and I carry at work and everywhere else. Which I don't even need it. I don't need a concealed carry to carry at work as long as the owner of the establishment is aware that I'm doing it and agrees with it.
The sad thing about getting a gun just to have in my car, just in case shit happens, kind of thing. I'm not sure what exactly to get. I have some guns laying around because, well, my uncle passed away, and when I was talking about some of the guns I got from that.
I wouldn't keep it in your car. I would keep it on your person, especially if you have a concealed carry permit.
Huh.
I mean, what good's it gonna do if you get out of the car to pump gas and fucking it's still sitting in your glove box?
Well, it depends on how much time I have to get to it, but I'm pretty much
a lot of times you don't have much time at all. It's kind of a split second. Oh shit, I got to shoot somebody. You know what I mean? Luckily, I haven't had to make that decision in my civilian life yet, but
yeah, because I'm pretty sure I would not be carrying one around very regularly because I have enough time for a problem tracking my wallet, my keys, and my phone. So I kind of want something that's an option within close distance to wherever I'm at. Like if I'm around the house and I have the time to load it up, I'm armed as hell. But I don't have anything I carry around regularly in my car, for instance.
Right. But yeah, so you should always keep at least one weapon mostly loaded and available in your home.
The thing I could quickly get loaded as soon as I can get to the room would be my M1 carbine.
There you go. That wouldn't work.
Because it still has bullets loaded in the magazine from when my uncle loaded it.
Well, that's the thing is, like I keep a long gun with a magazine loaded and I keep a pistol loaded. And the pistol is where I can easily get to it. Lay down some suppressive fire and get to a long gun.
Yeah, the gun I have in my room, though I don't have ammo for it now that I think about it. I got machetes and other things nearby, though.
Those work as well. Depends on what the aggressor has.
That is true.
But if you live in a state like California where you have to meet force with equal force, it's like what the fuck?
California is kind of fucktarded in multiple ways.
Right? Hey, well, it was two people with baseball bats. That's a force multiplier. That means I get a gun, right? Oh.
Yeah, I have a little pair of ordnance that I probably would use in my main self-defense gun around the house. If I had to be in that situation, which, I'm unlikely to be because I don't look very rich. I dress poor. I'm a large individual. I'm kind of weird behaving, so people are like, okay, let's avoid him. So I'm not particularly worried. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Emotech asked, aren't pistols suboptimal for indoors? Not really, because pistols only have about a 30-foot range where they're really accurate. Like the shooting recently in Washington, D.C., where the guys shot the fucking dude with the AR. The pistols aren't that great at shooting things that are a long ways away. You got about a 2 to 4 inch barrel depending on the size of the pistol, and accuracy is greatly diminished the shorter the barrel is. So they're more of a close quarters, very up close personal defense type weapon. Not like now when we're talking pistols from like cowboy days, like the long Colt 45s, stuff. I mean, those things some of them got 12-inch barrels on the damn thing, So
my 44 Magnum probably has a longer than 12-inch barrel. This thing's fucking huge. Looks at that damn gun from the Batman movie that came out in '89 with Joker pulls out of his pants or something.
Yeah.
The thing is just kind of ridiculous.
Oh, pistol calibers are more prone to over-penetrating. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've watched a few videos on it, and some people actually said that 5.56 is more likely to not over-penetrate than a pistol caliber. I don't know. I don't know.
I bought like a trophy shotgun for that KSG with just all around shotgun shooting. Do I need to find, if anybody has a good recommendation of sights? I got a bottom grip for it and
Vortex. Hold on, I got pizza. Vortex.
Yeah, I got a green laser for it, but that's absolutely pointless in daylight. You can't do anything with it. So I'm not sure. I need to find a good sight to put on it for daylight. Ideas? Let me turn on my webcam. Can you see me now? Now this is my KSG. And I like the laser point on it. It's fine for, like, you know, somewhat dark situations, but I haven't mounted anything on the top rail yet. And I need to find some daylight sighting to this thing. I gotta admit, I mostly got it just as a gun to go out on the range and just blow the shit out of whatever target I have. I'm not particularly a marksman, but I like things to go boom. So if you have suggestions for sight, but you know what, I looked up optics for like different types of like sighting mechanisms, and egad, some of them were really expensive, like almost about half the price of the gun was. Maybe it's just because I'm a cheap bastard. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't believe in tricking out my weapons because, well, I just know that when I point and I shoot, I'm going to hit something.
Well, in this case, I need a little bit more of a sighting arrangement because I got to know where exactly I'm pointing it. And if I'm beyond, like, I don't know, 20 feet with the shotgun, I'm a little bit iffy on where exactly the shot's going to go.
Yeah.
I got to admit, I'm not particularly a great marksman.
You just got to shoot more.
That I do, and I need to find a damn place to get membership where I can. There's a Floyd County conservation club. I've tried to contact them, but I can't get any word back. And apparently, they have a waiting list. If you know, what's a good gun range on my side of the river?
I don't know any.
What's a good gun range on your side of the river?
I mean, even though the owner was somewhat of a racist asshole, Knob Creek.
Knob Creek, okay. Well, yeah, there was the racial thing about that. I do have some questions about that one because I have been out to Knob Creek before, and I did find it a little bit strange that I went out to see some of the hanging targets that people were selling, like iron targets where they just swing when you shoot them. And they had some that looked like the Running Man from Insane Clown Posse, but they had a version of it that instead of like normal Running Man, it was a guy with a big afro.
Well, I mean, it takes all kinds. So I mean,
yeah.
I'm back.
I don't know much about the people actually running. I've been out to Knob Creek before, but that's probably a little bit too far for me to go regularly shooting.
Did you guys talk about the gun age? And what are your thoughts on that?
Gun age?
Yeah, like what age you can legally own a weapon or a firearm?
For own, I would say probably I'd probably still want you to be like 18 or so, but possess and shoot. I mean, I was going out and shooting like this thing. I think my uncle took me out to go shoot it when I was like, I don't even fucking know, 10, 12.
I got my hunting license when I was 8 years old.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. As long as
shooting since I was 4.
As long as you have proper parental supervision, I don't care. Probably outright owning a gun, I'll go with 18, 16. But you know, as far as possession of one in the presence of an adult, I don't really have a lower limit. But this is that 44 Magnum I was mentioning. But this, I have no idea how long that barrel is, but
that's about
only 12 inches. I don't know.
Is it longer than your forearm? From the bendy part of your wrist to your elbow?
Probably not quite.
It's about 10 inches.
Look it up.
Damn, you got the Dirty Harry 44.
Exactly. It's actually, that's the model, my understanding, is what Dirty Harry had.
You punk.
I'm pretty sure my uncle bought it just for that reason.
But if you're looking for a good pistol to carry around, not to take to the range and shoot, but to carry around and to throw some lead down range in the event that you need it, the Kel-Tec PF9 is actually pretty good.
PF9. Okay, I'll look that up.
It's a single stack. Make sure you get the mag extension, otherwise your hand won't fit there. But it's a single stack 9mm, very thin. You put it in the you can put it in your pocket, but you put it in a waistband holster, and nobody can even tell it's there.
And I could probably even do it with double stack because my hands, I have fairly long fingers.
And the reason why I got it is because it's so thin, and it's really easily concealed.
Cool.
I don't know when it comes to pistols. I just go with it just depends on the circumstances. I might go with my 9 PAL if it's something where I'm going to need a whole lot more ammo than say my 40.
Yeah, the thing is, 40 ammo is getting so damn expensive nowadays. But I have an XDM 9mm that I play. That's going to be the SHTF pistol.
I have a friend's wife who has one of those. And I liked it. Well,
It's a
actually, XD. What is it called? A Czechoslovakian gun, isn't it?
No, that's the CZ.
Okay.
The CZ40. That's a I have a 9mm as well.
Still started importing, and it's the XD. But I want to say it was originally a Czech gun.
Well, the XD is the Springfield.
Yes.
I don't know if it might be loosely based on a CZ.
XDS 9mm, I think.
Yeah, that's their subcompact, the XDS.
And Springfield doesn't directly make them. I want to say they import them from someplace in
Oh, okay. So you're saying they're made in another country and then imported?
Yeah, because they used to be cheaper before Springfield bought the rights to them. And it was like one of those, good value pistols, as in cheap, inexpensive. I shouldn't say cheap. Cheap has a connotation of not good. They were inexpensive for the quality that you got.
Mine was like $500 something bucks.
That's not too bad. Actually, I shot my friend's wife's 9mm, and it seems like a nice gun. So, do we have any tips for putting out false information out there? We got off from the gun tangent. We have good information on putting out false data. What's the best way to put out fake addresses about yourself? I mean, I suppose you can sign up for a bunch of Facebook accounts with fake addresses, but I'm not sure how long it takes to actually filter out. I'm not honestly sure how Family Tree now and some of the other sites I've used in the past for doxing people, how they actually get the data that they have. How do you put out the fake shit?
I don't know. I use white pages.
White pages? So you should list yourself a billion times in different cities?
Yeah.
I'm sure somewhere out there's a Python framework to fucking seed the internet with fake information about yourself.
Yeah, I got a friend. He's a YouTuber, and he's trying to, keep himself undoxed because he has some people out there who might want to, fuck with him. But I'm just trying to think of the best information to give the guy. Alright.
White pages get a well, no, because you can't do that either anymore.
What, you get false information?
Register domain names and put in fucking fake information.
Okay.
Because that shit shows up everywhere. Holy fuck.
Yeah, let me look up my, because I did originally have my domain name anonymized, so my address is probably still out there.
Yep, they just register a domain name and put a fucking fake address in that shit, and there you go. Because that's what's gonna come up like 100% of the time.
Nope. I still can't talk to them.
We have a. Oh, who do we have? We got Mary.
Bandwidth.
What's up, Mary?
Well, if you turn off Netflix, then maybe the bandwidth to do this.
You gonna say something?
I can try, but I don't know if anyone can hear me. And there's barely there's. I don't know. Is that any better? Because there's like, yeah, I'm still searching for decent bandwidth.
Yeah, you live out in the sticks, so it's a little bit, yeah.
I'm not home. I'm at my neighbor's house.
Yeah, it didn't look like your house. That's why I was about to ask you where you're at. Nice thing about your place, though, is in theory you could go in your backyard and shoot guns. That's a nice thing.
Well, you can go in our backyard here and shoot. In fact, here, you want to see something pretty damn sweet? I'm going to have to take it back off.
If you can do it without killing your connection, sure. What the?
There we go.
I saw some kind of animal head on the wall.
There's an elk.
Oh, it's elk. Okay.
Look at it. Look.
That's a big elk.
Trigger warning.
Oh. Elk like related to moose. So what's the deal with elk? What are elk?
They're in the deer family, right? They're in the deer family.
Yeah, I think they are deer. They have.
Yes, they are.
They don't have velvety antlers, right?
I think they do at some point, but
When they're young, yes.
they're young.
When they're young, but when they're grown, they've got like bone antlers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Anytime
Yeah.
I get on these chats, it always turns to my weirdness. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the video and let's see if we can. What's the topic right now?
Oh, we were talking about. I have a friend who wants to keep themselves from getting doxxed, and we're trying to figure out the best way they can put fake information out there, so that if someone has to dox them, they'll basically get confused with so many other false information. And I didn't even put forth. Go ahead.
Pick a common name, or pick a celebrity's name. It makes it so much harder.
Yeah, but legally changing your name is an awful lot to do to be able to. That's
you started 15 other accounts with all kinds of other crap. I don't know. The only way you could do it is add a bunch more FUD. I mean, I don't care. If they know where I am, fine. Come at me, bros. I'll just shoot your ass. Grady's 14. He says he'll shoot their ass.
Fucking blow their head off.
But anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, if somebody's coming for you, you can see them coming literally.
I know. That's why we live where we live.
Yeah, she's down in the valley, and she's got some open areas around her house. She could probably, yeah.
Yeah. Adrian, you met them. A bunch of these guys came to Hackers on the Farm.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, is Grady there?
Is who?
Is Grady?
Yeah, Grady's here. You can curse in front of Grady. He's whatever.
Yeah, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I've met him before. How's it going, Grady?
Yeah, what's up? I'm pretty good.
Yeah, at Hackers on the Farm, man. We were armed as hell at the house.
It was.
No, next year, I'd like to find a place flatter to shoot. I know I'm going to sound like a whiny little bitch saying that, but a nice flatter plane to where it wasn't like walk downhill, walk uphill to get to your targets.
Well,
they're looking for a more proper rifle range. What they're looking for.
we do have a better place. It's a little hilly, but you can get on top of the place and you can see for a pretty good ways into all our land.
Yeah, and apparently the place we were, I know at one point when I was shooting my little 22, we were having ricochet issues. It was like coming back at us.
They hit some limestone in the ground. Yeah.
So Adrian, back to the HGs. It's they were Croatian pistols.
Oh, okay, Croatia. Okay.
Yeah.
I shot a friend's, and it seemed like a nice little gun. I remember hearing people lament the fact that once Springfield bought rights to U.S. distribution, price jacked up a whole lot.
No, apparently the first ones had some terrible quality control issues. So.
Oh.
Even though they were, good pistols, the ones that worked.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
You should lock it.
Yeah, I was out at Mary Margaret's place a couple weeks ago, and we probably talked a little bit about that in a previous stream, but farm living would be an interesting lifestyle to have. I think long term. I'm out there and just go do the pig roast. So I watch her go out there with a 22, cap the pig in the head, slice its throat. She got me up and Mark to hold the pig up and get it outside to what do you call that thing that you put a hoist? What do you call the thing you put a pig on? That you hang it from?
Pig rack?
All right, he's gone. Seeing the actual whole, living animal to table food thing was interesting. Okay, let's go on to the next topic since I don't think we have more on placing false flags. I think Mary may have just lost all her bandwidth and
No, I think she just muted herself.
Oh, okay. The topic of coding boot camps. Any opinions? And I've never looked into a coding boot camp. To me, a boot camp with coding, I don't know how you can learn coding in a short term without, to me that's the kind of thing that you have to spend a long time with the programming language, compilers, other sample code, playing around. I don't know how well boot camp would ever work for coding. But I'm willing to hear other opinions on that.
I think if you already have experience, like a base understanding of what programming is and the loops and all that other stuff, and you're trying to learn a new language.
But coding in general, like my original programming language I first ever learned was Basic A, and the only programming language I really got really fluent in. Well, I used to be really big on VB back in the 3.0 and the 4.0 days. And I do a lot of Python now when I do any kind of coding. But I gotta admit, a lot of my Python is scraping shit from
Stack Overflow. Yeah. Well, the reason why I asked this question is my best friend is thinking about going in. Getting back into the field, and he wants to learn programming, and so he has the money to spend, but he's looking for opinions of whether going to a boot camp would be a good thing.
I don't know I taught myself how to program, like just buying books and watching YouTube videos and reading fucking documents. So I'm terrible at it, but I guess it would depend on how long the boot camp is and how good the instructor is, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I mean, he was just looking for information on one particular boot camp in particular, but I mean, I went to college for it, but I haven't used my programming skills for public consumption since 2000.
I've used it more recently than that, and I gotta admit, my CS degree was mostly programming / development kind of stuff. But I still use it. I don't release a whole lot of code. I just have my doubts about how easy it would be. I mean, does the person understand basic code structures now? Do they understand some programming language?
Yes. It's safe to say yes, because another one of our mutual friends he's a programmer, and I think that they've been doing things on the side. But I mean, but as far as like to
Yeah, maybe
get
a
up there
boot
to the
camp.
next level,
Maybe a boot camp to teach you just one particular language would work out. I honestly don't know. I haven't tried it, and when I've tried to learn a language in the past, it's generally been I see code examples, I find something close to what I want to do, and I just copy and paste and rearrange and try to give credit where I can.
I think a lot of the problems is usually when you're programming something, it's easier to use a library, and then you got to go fucking read through all their documentation because nothing's standardized. You got to figure out what fucking dots you got to add to their shit.
what calls, what
Yeah.
what you can call, what you can't call.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because I mean, now the only programming I do is for my firewall, and that's so I can have a pretty much a primordial IPS where I don't have to sit there and sort through all my snort rules and figure out what applies, what doesn't apply, and I just let the code figure it out based upon my traffic.
I might fuck around with Python a little bit here and there and PowerShell, but nothing major. I'm terrible at it. A boot camp might actually not be too bad if you know a little bit already. That's like how deep they actually go into the language itself as well too. You know what I mean? Because a lot of things are just going to skim the surface and not actually teach you a lot of the tricks and tips and weird shit you see.
Right. I mean, I have mixed feelings about it because the languages they're offering to teach, they're not stuff that you hear people saying that they have an overwhelming need for.
What are they teaching COBOL?
No, like .NET, C#.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of .NET C# stuff going on around here.
Well, I know that, but I mean, I'm just saying I don't see people saying it. I need these people.
Yeah, it's
I don't see people trying like I need a Python developer. I mean, Python's
yeah. I mean, yeah. I hear that. I hear that. Or I need somebody who's good with Rails.
Well, I mean, do many people do like major development in Python other than I need this thing I need to quickly do for like an infosec purpose, for an administration purpose? Or are people doing massive development in Python, or is it mostly I need a quick script to do this?
I don't know if there's any mass development projects going on in it. I mean, there's some pretty big fucking programs written in it, but they're not like mass develop. Like, have you ever read Responder? Like, actually went through and looked at all the code and what all it does?
I can't say I have.
I mean, that's a pretty big freaking. That's a pretty big little script right there. It's several files. Where most of the time, I mean, usually when you're writing something for an administrative purpose, it's usually a couple lines at the most. It does what it needs to do. It fucking gets out of there. There are people doing web app development in Python though with Django. And web apps can get rather complicated rather quickly.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the dev world. Some of the dev world looks like a little bit too political for my taste. And a few of you follow Adam Morgan. He's having a conversation. Apparently, what's the person's first name? They assume Caroline Ada has apparently left GitHub.
Okay.
You have to check out the feed to get the whole details, but I'll link you in the chat if you actually want to get into the details. But
is it like how come this is a huge deal?
it's really not. That went nowhere. Sorry. Okay, so on boot camps, maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's not. Probably want some background programming knowledge first, but it could be possibly useful. I'd want to see some reviews of it before I'd actually sign up for one. But there you go.
Oh yeah, always look at reviews before you sign up for anything.
I don't typically try to pay too much attention to reviews because some of them are bought and paid for.
True. Very true.
Especially the ones on our website.
Oh yeah. That's why I like to ask around. Find people that have done it before.
Okay, that's all the topics I actually have in my show notes. So if anybody got some new topics. And for people who are just listening in, keep in mind these casts are pretty much done on the fly. A bunch of friends get together and verbally shitpost. So if you have ideas, check out what the show notes are. Request access to add stuff, and we might discuss other shit if you want us to.
Somebody just retweeted something that says, so CNN can find a Reddit user in 3 hours, but can't find a Russian connection in 6 months.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, hate Trump as much as you want, but come on, can we get rid of the Russian shit? Because it keeps. If you know what, if there was a good connection between Trump and Russia, you know how we know? Because his dumb ass would have always started out the connection.
Best bourbon, question mark. My personal favorite is Blade and Bow, and in the last 8 months, I have drank a shit ton of bourbon, and I haven't bought the same bottle twice yet.
Right,
I don't know. Even though I'm from Kentucky, I don't really partake much in bourbons. Bourbons are more or less what you sip on, and me, I prefer taking shots and pounding shit down. So I have to go with
You
Gentleman
just sip
Jack.
a lot. You just sip a lot, sir. Jefferson's pretty good. Jefferson, you can't go bad with Jefferson. Blade and Bow's really good.
Type that in the YouTube chat. That should give the YouTube chat up. Obviously, you do that. You see the question. What am I? I'm a dumbass. Type the spelling out because I don't know how to spell it, man.
Blade and Bow, like knife and arrow.
Okay.
Yeah, Blade and Bow. It is fucking tasty as hell.
See,
three ice cubes. Pour a little bit in there, let it air for about a minute or two. Sip away.
I can tell the difference between bottom of the shelf booze and mid shelf.
It's about $50 a barrel, or
How much is it?
About $50 a bottle. Roughly, give or take.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not fucking Whistle Pig or fucking Jefferson Ocean, but it's
See, once you get above mid shelf, I don't think I get a whole lot of benefit from it. Like for instance, for me, Maker's Mark, fine bourbon. It's better than I try to think of the low end shit that I've had, like Kentucky Pride or something else.
So you want some really good cheap fucking bourbon? Is Weller's. You can't literally around here you can't get your hands on it. It's fucking $18 a fifth.
Okay.
An $18 bottle of bourbon, and it's really good. But you can't get it. Yeah, Woodford Reserve is pretty good as well. Yes.
Yeah, I think I've had that. That's not too bad. There's a guy named Jim Manley who comes to a lot of cons. And he's a kind of whiskey expert. I've seen him give a whole talk on different whiskeys. And I gotta say, I like bourbon better than Scotch. Scotch?
Yeah.
Too many Scotches that taste like I lick the burnt log. I can't really do that.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's there, and I'm not gonna turn down a 30 year old Scotch.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm with you on that.
But to be bourbon, it has to be made in Kentucky. And people are starting to make quote unquote bourbon in like California. You can't make bourbon in California. That's not how this works. That's just the rules, man. It's got to be made in Kentucky to be bourbon.
Yeah, is there a law to that? Because I know some countries, like I want to say France has a law that you can't call something champagne unless it comes from the Champagne region.
Right, otherwise it's sparkling white wine.
Isn't there a law like that about bourbon?
No, I don't think it's a law. It's more of just a traditional naming scheme for like, because so we only call Scotch in the United States. I asked a Scottish lady once. I said, "So what do you call Scotch in Scotland?" And she was like, "Whiskey."
Wonderful starts my feet. A friend of ours from Shomicon who shows up every year. He's an Icelandic gentleman. He brought some He brought some dung smoked whiskey.
Dumb smoked?
Dung. Cheap dung.
Dung, like shit smoked.
Yes.
Okay.
I drank it. It was weird.
So wait, they smoked the barrel with sheep shit?
I'm not exactly sure exactly how to do it. Let me see if I can find a picture.
Because generally they smoke the inside of the barrel before they pour the mash or I think it's the mash or I don't know, whatever they after it's distilled they pour it in the barrel to age.
The distilled spirits.
Yeah, so they pour the distilled shit into that's where it gets its color and everything. So yeah, they pour that into the barrel and they smoke the inside of that. They burn the inside of it. So that I would guess that's where their sheep shit burn.
That makes it a little nastier. I thought it was like a heat source. With my understanding, Iceland is a little bit poor on like materials to like cook shit up. I mean, so like a common fire source would be sheep dung, but
Iceland actually used to be a thriving economy with lots of shit and fucking farmlands and shit too. But they have farmlands and stuff, and they were clubbing baby seals to sell seal pelts and fat, but.
Now I
It's actually
the damn pictures of it.
But it was actually a marketing scheme to call it Iceland because I can't remember the guy's name that settled it. One of the Vikings or Nordish people or whatever you want to call them. Called it Iceland because it was fucking cold as hell and he wanted people to move there. Or called it Greenland. Called it Greenland.
Yeah, because Greenland apparently is colder than Iceland.
Yeah, Greenland's colder than Iceland, yeah. Yeah, he called it Greenland because he wanted people to move there.
Leif Erikson?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
By the way, is everybody else blocked by Don Cusack?
John Cusack. Don or John?
Don. As in the actor, Don Cusack, who did lots of movies in the 80s and 90s. Say Anything and Grosse Point Blank.
Oh. John Cusack. Nope, I'm not blocked by him. Not on your list. I'm working on it.
Yay.
He is an apocalyptic shit disturber and an elephant trainer. And I thought the fucking lefties were against elephants being trained.
No, I'm not blocked. But then again, I'm not that big yet.
Yeah, I got like 72 followers, so I got a ways to go.
Now, I'm looking through my old media to find this damn picture I took of the bottle.
Oh, this Icelandic bourbon or whiskey or
Icelandic whiskey, yeah. I know I brought it to ShomiCon. And and apparently, Johnny Christmas brought this thing. I can't remember what it's Malort. It's some kind of whiskey-ish thing that is flavored like anise, black licorice. It's nasty shit. It's just,
yeah.
Wait a minute, absinthe?
It's flavored like absinthe, but it's not absinthe. No.
Yeah, I can't.
So I was about to say, if it was absent, I'd be right up on it.
Isn't that shit illegal in the United States?
I think
Hell
illegal
no.
absinthe.
I thought it was illegal.
No,
the real
it's
stuff.
not. It's not illegal. It's not illegal as long as it doesn't have a certain level of thujon.
I thought is it not the wormwood? It's something else, right?
Right. Because the bottles of absinthe I drank has the wormwood stuffed in it. Just don't ask too many questions where I got it.
Yeah, because that's the one that'll make you freaking hallucinate, right? You drink enough.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay, I'm going to my awkward depression pictures. Oh, here I finally found it. I'll post it in the chat.
Is it called Floki by chance?
Yes, that's what it's called.
Floki. It looks like it might be tasty. I'd try some cheap shit whiskey.
It wasn't. I can't say it was stellar.
I'm pretty sure in their picture there's sheep shit like on the picture. In one of their pictures.
Yeah, it looks like this is the picture I found. Damn it, that I put like. It is. This is the picture I took while there because it was sitting in like the green room at ShowMeCon. I was like, I'm gonna give this stuff a shot, and it brings 7% alcohol, Icelandic young malt, sheepdung smoked reserve. The Vikings drink some weird shit, guys. Oh, so much that took over. Man, I did a whole lot of cons earlier this year. So me and April, me and my military Kekastani, Amanda, 5 Up Pathogens, for pancakes. I guess I had a pretty good part of the year, if I can just think of it that way.
So you coming to any of the B-sides this year?
Well, which B-sides?
The one in Augusta that's coming up?
No, Augusta, they went ahead and got Evan to do it this year, the video. So I won't be in Augusta. And I think I suggested that last year. I wasn't sure if they were going to go through with that, and then yeah, they got Evan to do it because Evan's a lot closer than I am. He can drive to it, and to me, to get enough video equipment there to actually record it is a massive pain in the ass.
Right, because Augusta's airport is so fucking huge.
What? Why don't you just go through Atlanta?
It was a joke.
I'm not sure I get all the jokes. So, Augusta's airport is pretty small. My understanding, though, the population when they're having the big golf tournament, the population of the town increases like what 10 times or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there is a really
that's why I was glad.
There's a cool Korean barbecue place I was at last year, but no, that particular duty has gone to Evan instead of me.
Well, that's no fun. I was hoping we could drink mead.
Sorry, man. You'll be up at DerbyCon?
Hopefully, if I can get a ticket. See what happens. And someplace to sleep. That's not too hard.
Like I said, good luck with that, because I told you about my fight to get a hotel room.
Now, you're local, though. I mean, why do you need a hotel? Well, I mean, if you want to drink a lot, yeah, you need a hotel room. But, I mean, why do you need a hotel room? I thought you were local.
Yes, I'm local, but, you know, if I'm bringing someone with me, you know, I'm not trying to have her figure out where I lay my head at.
Okay, so, yeah. How can I put this delicately? I wouldn't be sticking my dick in anybody who I'm not worried about knowing where I live. That's my delicate version.
That was very delicate, Adrian.
I mean, if you're worried about knowing where he knows where you live, then you probably don't want to stick your dick in him either. I mean, just be blunt about it. I mean, come on. I mean, if you're concerned she might be that crazy.
No, she's not crazy. I just don't like people knowing where I lay my head at.
All right.
Yeah,
You are
yeah. Some of my follow them home from the conference and freaking be like, "God, where you live?"
You're more cautious.
That's not funny. That's actually happened to a friend of mine.
Really?
Some guy figured out the places where she frequented and followed her home.
Wow. Yeah. Did he confront her at her house?
Yes.
Did he get shot?
He kept banging on her door, and she called the police. And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Now follow me home and bang on my door. It's a good way to get shot. Real good.
Well,
way to
no, in my case, it's a good way of getting robbed because I won't do nothing. But that's not to say that my trifling neighbors won't.
Oh, there's that too.
Oh yeah, why don't you come on right in? Why don't you go ahead and just empty your purse?
I'm not really worried about much in my neighborhood. I am the weird dude in my neighborhood.
I set my cul-de-sac on fire once.
That's not good.
Oh, so you're the pyromaniac neighbor?
There was a lot of alcohol involved. There happened to be a jug of gas, and somebody said "Ring of Fire," and I created it.
The pyromaniac. Ow!
And
okay. What do you guys think about the DoD Kraspaski kerfuffle?
I don't know much about it.
Me neither. So tell me what happened.
Well, Spassky, whatever the fuck his name is upset that the U.S. government won't use his software because of his, because his links to Russia.
Oh well.
Seeing as the fact that he's Russian, and well, at a certain point in time, everybody was linked to the Communist Party, or in his case, the KGB.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. Especially like, I'm pretty sure there's rules on like Russian-based companies and communist-based companies not being able to be used in government settings.
Well, it still comes down to the fact that he's not going to ever be able to underprice who they use currently, especially when it comes to their solutions. So he can cry and complain all he wants to, but the business is what it is.
He's still got to get the lowest bid.
Well, not just the lowest bid, but an integrated solution like what they currently use.
Yeah, I don't think he has a leg to stand on that one there.
No, he doesn't. He's running ass backwards in the cornfield.
That's a good way to get cornholed.
Yep, big time. So rip him a new one.
Well, I mean,
So if someone says cornhole, what do you think of?
I think of that fucking whack ass beanbag horseshoe game.
Okay, yeah, all right. So being from the West Coast and coming to the East Coast, and you're listening to the radio, and they're like, "We're gonna fucking play cornhole." It was definitely a culture shock because cornhole does not mean that on the West Coast.
He was like, "Well, why would I want to go to that event and play cornhole? Fuck that."
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, go to the event and play that, and they screaming, "Ain't no fun!" If the homies saying, like, what the hell type of game? Guess who's back?
It's called Bing Bag Toss.
Yeah. Sound like jail talk to me.
Right.
Right. Damn that. You guys on your own.
Well, I mean, I did manage to do a little bit of trolling today, and this guy got offended when I said that this child molester is going to be wearing Kool-Aid lipstick and red bottoms, and he got offended.
Playing cornhole.
You got offended?
Yeah, he got offended, and I didn't realize he was gay, and so I started looking on his Facebook profile and saw a picture of him kissing his significant other. And
Okay.
Well, at least
What's
he's not
wrong?
December.
Like, what's wrong? Flashback?
But like, what's the deal though? I mean, the guy that was going to prison. He's not straight, correct? Or is he gay?
no, he was he's 45 years old, and he got caught picking up a 14-year-old, or what he thought was going to be a 14-year-old, and instead was
A little girl.
yeah.
Yeah. So he likes girls, and he's gonna go to prison and get things he doesn't
And
like.
then he's going to be the girl.
Mhm.
Like you said, the guy's gay.
No,
Why-
he's not gay. So if you're not gay and you're getting fucking fake lipstick and rammed in the ass, that's not an enjoyable event. But if you are gay, there's no need to get offended about it. I mean, the guy's
If you're-
obviously not going to enjoy getting fucked.
Right. If you're gay, you're in heaven. If you're not, you're in hell. Right?
Well, not really, because if you're gay in jail, it's not a pleasant time because they don't like that too much.
Could have fooled me.
I mean, if you take somebody in jail, I mean that's just jail apparently. But if you're gay, they give you a hard time for it.
I'm telling you, man. Like,
Not that I don't know from experience.
man.
Yeah,
You see how
that's what
you hurried up and cleared that up. Listen, wait a minute. It was too much silence on this channel. I gotta clear that up.
jail rules don't make any sense.
None of it.
If you get a fucking hard on and fuck a dude in the ass, that's gay. Yeah.
I know.
Oh, no. That's something in the debate. I've seen some people. There's a few transgender people I follow around on Twitter, and I've seen one person like trying to argue that it's not gay if it's lady penis. I'm like,
Oh,
That shit gay.
what I mean?
Oh yeah. Somebody said something. Somebody said that. Somebody said something about that other day. I don't think all guys would be opposed to dating a woman with a dick or something like that. It's like we're all straight men. It's like that's kind of the point of being a straight man is
Mostly,
you
yeah.
don't like dick.
I now know why your lips look so familiar.
Well, I mean, I did retweet something that Blair White once said, which was that it's okay to be transgender because I mean she's transgender herself, but let the person know that you're not packing what they think, because that's the fastest way you can get your ass whooped. And I've had friends that that shit's happened.
what happened to?
Well, where they trapped a dude and and the dude was hitting it and reached down to try to find the clit and
God.
Yeah, I gotta admit, with Blair White, I probably would be. If I saw somebody look like Blair White, I'd probably definitely make out with them. But once I felt something down there that wasn't what I expected, I'd be like, excuse me, ma'am, I'm going to say good day.
kill myself now. I'm gonna go play the crying game.
Right.
Yeah, because Blair is
Hey,
she definitely has passing privilege.
Yeah.
would you finish
Yeah.
first though?
But I what now?
Would you finish first, then go, or just go?
That depends on what that scenarios went first. I mean, Blair
what?
That pretty much looks
Blair,
like
I took a double take on because I was like, "There's no fucking way."
I don't know if you know Blair White. She's a YouTube commentator I listen to. She's transgender and obviously born terminology born male. Takes the hormone but she was very effeminate looking before even the hormones that from what pictures I've seen. And yeah, she's physically very attractive, generally speaking, as a woman, and she happens to have a penis, which kind of kills it for me. Sorry, call me judgmental, but
I think it would kill it for anybody. But anyway, that's not my business.
No, there's some people who want, there's some people who seek that out. Some people who like that.
Well, yeah.
I know it's for a fact because I've seen the porn out there. Someone must be watching this porn or buying this porn. Lady Boys is a porn fetish that some people have, and okay, God bless, whatever you're into. It wouldn't be my thing.
No, I don't blame you. Like, I don't even know, man. I don't even know what to say. It just.
Worst porn fetish I'm willing to admit to is you're watching interracial porn and they start yelling racial slurs at each other. Is it wrong to find that kind of hot? Never mind, forget that saying.
You know what?
I'm not even gonna.
But it's mutual. It's like both of them are yelling shit back and forth to each other, so it's mutual. It's all equal because
yeah,
saying back to each other.
Damn, where did Ryan go? Fuck, sorry.
That was enough to make Ryan no foul.
Wait a minute, hold up. Time out. You know what? He said, "Where did Ryan go?"
They couldn't handle the interracial porn.
He said, "Wait a minute, the pressure's too much."
He's like, "I want no parts of this."
This is too much pressure. I'm telling you that, hey,
under pressure.
People into some crazy shit.
Oh yeah, what is it? Pornhub actually collects information on that.
Yeah, Pornhub is crazy.
What the most popular type of porn is for each part of the country and shit like that.
Pornhub's devious with their fucking with their new tab opening.
What have they done?
Do what?
What have they done?
You know, like when you click on something on Pornhub for the first time, like when you go there, it opens a new tab.
Oh,
like what you want to see goes to another tab.
Oh damn! No faking.
I wouldn't know about that.
You would. Shut up.
I don't visit the Pornhubs. There's other free sites out there. I'll just put it that way.
I can't. Oh man.
Hey, we should be giving Pornhub props for going to SSL.
Oh yeah, I heard something about that, and I heard some people take some weird credit for it.
Oh, was it Tara?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she was saying we should be giving Pornhub props for going to SSL. Oh, who the fuck logs into that thing?
Thanks for the update.
Right.
I'm just saying, thanks for the update on that, man.
Well, I think don't you get extra privileges if you log in? Like you can access stuff that people not logged in can't access.
Oh, I'm not logging into a fucking porn site.
Me neither. Well, wait, there's exceptions to that. There's torrent sites that are porn sites that I do log in.
Well,
yeah, you have fun with that.
You reading chat?
Wait, I'm going to chat now.
Then I gotta flip over.
nah.
Wait, what is it?
Got people going crazy. Peanut butter baby oil. That's what's going on.
I thought it was cocoa butter, man.
No, it ain't even cocoa butter.
Okay, apparently Pornhub, according to Blanco, the guy, streaming guy, I don't know. is taking the security kind of seriously, tightening up the holes. Well, that is the best way. No, sorry.
Oh man, packing it in, huh?
Penetration test. Filling gaps. Okay, you're on a roll, man. You're on a roll.
Straight brute forcing.
Oh shit! No, that's not. He consent. There's got to consent.
That's prison.
I had to wonder about porn online. I don't know how much some of these people make. I know. It seems I watched some porn.
Did you watch the documentary on GitHub or on what do you call it, on Netflix? The documentary.
Well, the economics of it kind of interests me because I know at least on the professional porn, like you're talking vivid entertainment kind of thing.
Yeah.
A lot of the women seem to have very short-lived careers. A lot of guys have been in the shit since like the 70s. Because, well, let's face it, it's kind of hard to find a guy who can get hard on cue with a bunch of other people watching him, can come on cue, and
has a dick that's 18 inches long.
Yes.
Well, I mean, the thing about sex on camera is it's trying, and yeah, sometimes you might not be up to snuff, and then sometimes you might bust off early, and then you have to take directions of.
But it's just like oh man. But no, what I don't be understanding how the guys be going in raw and all these girls like they don't put on no protection. They're just like ugh.
They do a lot of drugs.
That's why
a disease testing.
Yes.
That's why the
and
porn
they still
industry's
fuck it up sometimes.
But remember that time they had to shut down production because somebody had something?
Yeah.
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 The porn industry's leaving California because of that.
It happens. But I understand that they have pretty rigorous testing procedures. But yeah, it has happened from time to time. And I remember seeing something of that in a documentary. I don't remember the gentleman's name, but he did some.
Mr. Marcus.
Well, Mr. Marcus was the latest one, but he wound up going to jail behind his shit.
He went to jail?
Yeah.
Oh,
because he knew he had it.
I didn't know that.
Well, he had syphilis. He took the medication, and during the time he was taking the medication, he didn't film anything.
Okay.
But then he went back for the follow-up test, and it still came up positive, even though the syphilis was in his system, it was dead. But he needed to make that money.
He brought it back to life.
So he faked his he faked a negative result. Did what he did, and he was found out.
Yeah, that's a dick move. Like literally dick move.
You have to get routed off the range to fucking like who'd he talk into letting him stick a fucking Q-tip down his dick?
That's what happened.
You want to make?
Yeah.
No, that's how you get tested for STDs.
They stick a Q-tip down the tip of your dick.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that shit hurts.
I'm sorry, man. Like
it's not pleasant.
There's no fun in it.
Hell no. I caught a chill just by you saying that. Q-tip. What the hell?
But it's not a little fucker either.
No, it's a long motherfucker. That shit hurts.
Nah, that's terrible.
Yeah, I'm looking up Mr. Marcus right now because I haven't seen that guy in any films in like years.
Well, would you be after that happened?
Well, he got kicked out, and after he went to jail, nobody's really trying to fuck with him.
And it's not like there's not a bunch of other men who want to take that particular job.
Well, he's safe in jail then.
Well, no, he's out now, but when it happened, he
was safe then. He good.
On June 4th, 2013, Marcus was sentenced to 30 days in jail and 36 months probation for knowingly exposing at least 2 co-stars to syphilis after testing positive for the disease days earlier. On July 2014, $129,360 judgment was made in favor of Lilith LeVay, a co-star who Marcus had exposed to syphilis.
That's terrible.
That's a lot of cash.
Damn.
But at the same time, I mean, the procedures are in there for a reason, and well, it looks like if you do fuck with the procedures, you do get punished pretty fucking harshly. So, yeah, and I can't deny that.
30 days?
As you should.
Well, the money, though, is what I was thinking of. Not 30 days. The 30 days, yeah, the 30 days is kind of lame. It was syphilis, though, because syphilis can be treated and cured, correct?
Yes.
Yes, if caught early. If it's in the late stages, you're fucked.
Oh, yeah. Because,
That's what happened to Leonardo. Was it Leonardo and a couple other like famous artists and shit like that? They had syphilis.
No, Al Capone, his brain was rotted because of it.
Well, yeah,
okay.
It makes you go crazy. That's why, like Da Vinci, cut his fucking ear off, and then eventually his dick. And
that was Da Vinci cut his ear off. That was like.
No, I thought that was Van Gogh.
Yeah, it was Van Gogh. My bad. I'm thinking wrong guy.
And who was the guy who was oh great the gay science? I know it's not what you think it sounds like. He was a philosopher. Nietzsche.
Was a gay scientist?
Nietzsche. He wrote a book called The Gay Science, referring to philosophy.
Okay.
But not gay in the sense that what we think is gay now. Gay as in, I guess, happy.
Happy.
He also wrote shit. Nietzsche wrote a lot of shit. I'm trying to think what his most popular shit was. I've read too much.
Well, who put Mr. Marcus got too cocky in the damn I'm reading the comment.
That's my brother. Shit.
That's hilarious.
Well, last name Crenshaw, you can probably figure that one out.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't. No, but I never assumed. Never assume.
Yeah, well, there's only so many people named Crenshaw out there.
Yeah. But see, I know 2 Dave Kennedys. And I know a Dan.
That's true.
Huh? So, yeah.
Does anybody know how Van Gogh died?
No.
He shot himself in the chest with a 7mm revolver. There was no witnesses, and he died 30 hours after the incident.
Well, damn. So much for that.
He walked like, why would you just shoot yourself in the fucking head?
That's crazy.
Shoot yourself in the chest. Holy fuck. I mean, the guy walked to a hospital apparently miles away and then bled out.
Well, yeah.
Oh man,
that's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, the people in the porn industry, they're crazy, and it's crazy. It's sad how many girls just get into it just cause. I'm like, are you serious? Put anybody at risk?
Well, I mean,
it's money. You get money.
I knew women that did porn. I mean,
so what did they say it was like? I'm curious.
Well, I mean, I didn't know until after we stopped being friends, and I was like, holy shit, her?
Damn. Yeah, that's yeah.
I wonder how much of traditional porn though is going to continue because there's so many internet outlets. There's I can't remember the names of some of the sites, but there's women who do porn very independently.
Yeah.
I have to imagine it's probably good money if you're young and very attractive.
Yeah.
And though some ones I seem to do it professionally, seem to do it for a very short time, and I look into their backgrounds. They have a troubled past, but I completely get behind the idea of women who do it, and it's like, I do it for a while, I make a lot of money, I retire. Yeah. But I'm not sure how many that is, and I need to get OK Ultra on this because a friend of mine, she does actual like. I think she never does expose too much about herself. She's one of the people behind Real Peer Review.
Yeah.
Twitter feed, and I get that feeling that she's part of the social science group, but that she's also a lot involved in research about sex positivism and not. Yeah. She mainly posts negative shit about TERFs and SWOFs, trans exclusionary radical feminists and sex worker exclusionary radical feminists.
Yeah.
I get feeling she's involved, in some of that kind of level of research, she has some interesting input on, you know, the women who go into those kind of fields. And while I get behind the idea that there are probably women who get involved with that kind of work, I probably want my daughter to be involved in that kind of shit. You know, if I had a daughter.
No, I mean, I would fucking lose it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not the kind of job I would assume there's bad shit going on.
I'd be crying. Like, what did I do wrong? Like, tell me, baby, tell me. What did I do?
Well, I mean, it's just like Lawrence Fishburne's daughter. She did porn for a while.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yep, she did. Oh, what was it? It was something like really.
Montana.
Was it Montana? Okay.
Yeah, Montana Fishburne. But she used her real name. That's what's sad.
That's
wow.
That adds to the burn.
Yeah. Daddy, can we talk? No. That's it. I'm gonna be Montana Fishburne in porn.
As much as I am a libertarian, I'm like, I want people to be able to do whatever they want to do with their lives. My daughter, if I had a daughter, my dream for her would be get with a nice man, guy who can help support you, get knocked up, and have grandkids. That's I have a pretty stereotypical, straight-laced, conservative Christian view on that. I mean, I was raised conservative Christian, and I kind of fell away from religion as I aged.
Yeah.
But
I think I said with me, like I said, I'm a Christian. I'm just not the judgmental Christian.
You're not a Bible banger.
Yeah, I'm not a judgmental Christian. Like people who they scream that they're Christian, but that they get all judgmental. It's like
I'm cool with that. I was raised around a lot. My denomination was like, I think they call themselves Restoration Christians. The idea is take Christianity back to what it was at the Pentecost. Not that we totally know what it was Pentecost. That said, I grew up around some Catholics and a whole lot of Southern Baptists. So that influenced my ways of thinking on some things. But and as time went by, I just became an agnostic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just a flat out point blank atheist. So.
Nothing wrong with that. Hey, it's whatever. That's what I say. It's whatever people believe. I'm not like, oh my God, it's just stupid. You know, it really is. Like, whatever it is you believe, it is. That's it. Like, that's all I can call it. You know, but teach his own.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of arguments about religion.
Nah, no point. That's how I look at it. But back to this porn business, man. Seriously. Like, if I had like you said, like, most of the girls are, like, young and attractive. What about the old veiny ones?
There's porn for that.
Oh, hell. Nina Hartley is still in business.
Yeah.
What?
Nina Hartley. You know who Nina Hartley is?
Yeah, I know, but why?
Well, she's actually pretty good looking still for her age. I mean, she's like in her 60s or something, but she's...
Yeah, and her ass has gotten fat for some reason. Research.
We know why. We know why that is.
I remember Nina Hartley being in porn in the 80s when I first started watching porn, period. And but yeah, she's still around.
Wow. Damn, that's a law. That's AARP porn status.
He was born in 1939, so she's actually
you don't know AARP.
AARP porn edition.
She's 58 years old. Apparently, she lives in Berkeley, California. Oh, she was born in Berkeley, California. That explains some shit. Still around. And for her considerable age, she's not very...
Yeah, like she's doing good.
Hey, Siri.
Wait, I got some kind of serious thing popped up.
Your brother said he isn't a cougar, she's a saber-toothed tiger.
Yes,
man.
I said that to. I have a friend named Amanda, whose mother was occasionally hitting on me, and I referred to her as a saber-toothed tiger as well.
No. I don't call it when they over 40. It's they're a possum.
Possum?
Mm-hmm.
Playing dead.
Instead of cougars, they're possums.
All right, tell me how this etymology works.
Well, they grin with the teeth. They're not really appealing. Some are appealing, but they'll chew you up and spit you out.
Yeah. See, I've seen women over 40 that are very attractive. I mean, it's.
Yeah, it happens. It's a lot that comes with that too.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
No. Got the line from you. My brother
give up on me now, damn it.
You got the saber-tooth tiger line from me.
Look! Don't you give up on me now, damn it.
Oh, okay. When I was
tell me that Jack story. I love it. Come on, Jack.
When I was 24, I dated a woman that was 49.
How'd it go?
Tell us more, you beautiful.
Why is this going to be about my experiences?
Because
hey man,
talk about it. Experiences of the rest of us. I don't know shit.
Yes, you need to talk about it. Come on.
Not going to talk about it.
Damn it, Jack. I mean, yeah. So she's 49, and what? How long was the relationship?
Let's see here. 8 months.
That's not bad, man. That's what's up. Why'd you finally end it?
Because there's only certain things that I would do, and well, she was into things that I didn't find all that appealing.
What was that?
Pegging.
We're not going to talk about it.
The pegging.
Hell no.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh on. Yeah, he said, Darren, there's some things I will do, and Darren, there's something I won't do. Jack, I swear, Jack, you need a freaking comedy show, man. You're freaking hilarious with your stories. Real life stories, man. He's solid.
Nah, nah.
That's okay, man. I mean,
No, I'm not trying to get this stream. I'm not trying to get Adrian's account banned for talking about this shit.
It's showing stuff to get you banned. Usually, talking about you can pretty much say anything you fucking want.
Pretty much.
Now I suppose.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. She was into the adult baby thing, that sort of deal.
Oh,
okay.
49.
Oh.
Now I've seen some of this shit, and don't get me wrong. If a girl wants to call me daddy,
no, not that way.
No, I think the diaper, right?
Well, no. She was trying to groom me for that, and I just wasn't into it.
Wait,
I knew it.
Are you the diapers? Well,
no, hell no, no. At first it started out so like she was like trying to cut my steak, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? I got this."
Wait. Oh, wait, you were the baby.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing she was into, and I was like, no.
Oh, okay. So that's different from what I'm used to. Because normally, I've seen a few things online with fetishes of women who want to be treated like babies. But I haven't seen many of women who want to treat dudes as babies. So, okay, that's a little different. All right.
I thought he was about to say? I thought he was about to say, yo, she wanted me getting a diaper and just, yeah.
Drop dude.
Yeah, I mean, she eventually found somebody who was into that, but, it just wasn't my kink.
Yeah. I got to say, I'm pretty plain Jane when it comes to kinks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jack's picture's on the screen, but he ain't saying that.
Oh shit!
Like he want to talk, but he ain't saying that.
Nah, I said enough.
It's okay, man. Ain't no judgment here. We know what's up. Shoot, I know a couple.
Flag fly.
Yep, I know a couple of furries.
No, I've spoken to furries and I've given them a piece of my mind about what I think they really are. But you know,
I am furry, but I'm not a furry.
Cat, what? What did you say, man?
I said I am furry, but I'm not a furry.
No, Jack out here giving people a piece of their mind. What happened, man?
I ain't saying shit. No, I was like, wait a minute. So you believe that if you get dressed up in a wolf costume and you start going around sniffing other people's asses, that fuck that.
Yeah, that's. But sadly enough, some people are turned on by that. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
at one point this is my first year of doing this cast. We have DerbyCon coming up. We're gonna have to do this shit live, and some of you might be local enough to where you can actually. We're doing it on a Wednesday. Technically, DerbyCon, the con proper is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But some of you might be in town, so it might be like me and Jack in the room, like bullshitting online. And if Charles makes it up early, I don't know, whoever else, James, if you want to get
that would be so crazy.
Fuck that, I'm wearing a mask.
we have like a live DerbyCon feed. I mean,
that would be
in person.
Jack, you got to bring a mask. You got to bring that mask, man. I'll bring one too.
What was the point of the mask though? Because everybody knows what everybody looks like. Because Jack, until recently, his avatar was his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that was an older picture.
Well, we still know what you look like. You can't. It's snapshot in my mind. Then we know what you look like.
I mean, it's pretty similar to the picture, so.
Yeah, I can pick you out in the crowd. But yeah,
and hell, James's picture is with me.
Yeah,
I don't normally look like that.
But Adrian couldn't hide if he wanted to. Sorry, man. You're too popular.
No.
You're too popular, man. You're too popular in the security community. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I dropped my docs long ago, and I'm like, well,
yeah,
I need to still.
You, Dave, a lot, and a couple of other people, y'all can't never hide, man. Y'all can never hide.
Oh no, somebody dropped my docs, and I've been cleaning that shit up for months now.
Oh man. So your brother said they discriminate against me as I'd be a feathery, not a furry. What? Your brother is hilarious.
Yeah, my brother, I love my brother. He's fucked up. Well, no, every time he's ever in the chat, remind him, get that gym membership.
Oh,
because
man.
I don't want to die that much before you.
Oh, my goodness.
Or die that much after you. Wait a sec, I'm younger, so I should die after him by natural law of order. But I want my brother to live longer than I think he might. So,
damn.
My brother shit about go to the fucking gym. Get in the gym with me. We will pump you up. Get out there and do some cardio shit, because my family dies of heart disease. That seems to be the main thing that kills my family off.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle died of cancer.
Yeah.
But in general, my family dies of like heart disease and shit, and I don't want to see that happen to my bro. You know?
Yeah. Well, do some cardio. If you don't want to leave the house, do some cardio in the house. Run in place.
Well, yeah, that's more problematic. Man, he's got a job at a Census Bureau place, so he can.
Oh wow, really? You just put his shit out there like that?
Oh shit!
What?
There's only one place in your state where that place is, and I mean it's pretty large, but you know.
Okay, granted. Sorry.
Damn it, man.
Get in there, do some walking, do some lifting. And quite frankly, I need to get more into my physical fitness myself.
I mean, doesn't that place have a gym?
Me too. I got to get on.
Yeah, no, it does.
No, I said I got to get my fat ass out. I'm getting a little too chunky here. It's out of control.
InfoSec or IT in general is pretty bad for the physique.
Fuck yeah. That's all right. I'm about to change that shit up. Might do some workout tonight. I got weights. Sure.
I got weights too, but I mean, all right, you want to help me out? I have this buddy. I had this buddy of mine. He's like, I call him a Wop sometimes because he was adopted by Italians, but genetically, well, ethnic wise, he's Korean. I used to always think that this dude, was kind of a slacker. Guy took me to the gym, whooped my fucking ass. I mean, I was like sore as fuck for days afterwards. I need to hang out with him more often, go out to the gym with him because, man, yeah, whatever regime he has, we're having a workout partner pushes you.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I got to sign up. There's something like, Anytime Fitness.
I don't know. I have a personal trainer, so.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool. How much do they run? Cost, I mean, personal trainers.
They run the gambit to, pretty reasonable to expensive to, well, this guy, me and him's been doing this for 12 years now. So, even though his rates have gone up, what I pay is still the same.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. Get off my fat ass and do some shit.
Yeah. I'm
just running outside.
Kind of younger than I actually am. I have people guess that I'm way younger than I am, but I was better off like 8 years ago or so before I started completely working from home, and it was I need to get back on the weightlifting and the drinking protein shakes and not eating as much bullshit fast food.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so hard when you're diving into work, and it's so easy to just click that tab and hit up Papa John's, Pizza Hut.
Yeah, it is, man.
This is all true.
So, yeah, I've been buying smoothies, not buying them, but making a smoothie.
Well, you can make smoothies that are good and healthy. I'm not saying that you are. I got to hear the ingredients in this before I can make a judgment.
Oh, well, I put spinach, strawberry, and blueberry in blended. I have a blender.
See, when I used to make like smoothies, post workout, I would put like some, I think it was vanilla protein powder, some frozen blueberries, and some skim milk. And actually, that was pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm still new to this.
Splenda. Put Splenda in it also.
Splenda?
Splenda, which is basically sugar that's not sugar that your body processes. The biggest problem with Splenda is if you have too much of it, well, it gives you diarrhea. Well, that was one of the things, like, a couple of things. Like, you remember that Olestra shit they were pushing in the late 90s? Olestra?
Yeah.
Yeah, before they killed NutraSweet.
Yeah, Olestra was a fat that your body didn't process. So while it tasted like fat, and it made things taste like, chips fried in fat, your body didn't process it. But since your body didn't process it, it shitted out as, like, goopy fatty oil.
Oh, anal leakage.
Exactly. Yes, that was Olestra.
Ain't no leakage. Jesus.
So now I got to look up that Mad TV skit.
And my upload for B-Sides Cleveland is still going. Shit. What the hell happened? Did they throttle me, or what the fuck's the deal with this? I've been doing this since, like, last Monday.
That's crazy.
And I only recorded one mangina during the session. Oh, there's one guy who gave me shit online who doesn't know me, but he's one of those people like, oh, there's a feminist whining about something. I'm all like every single thing they say. And unfortunately, I had to record the fucker. Oh, well, it happens. Off topic completely, I know. Continue. Did you Google up Nina Hartley earlier?
Yeah, she's hot.
She's still pretty attractive. I mean, I can't. I can tell she's still in porn.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, she's probably the longest running woman I've known of in porn. Longest running man, I'd still have to say, I guess it'd have to be Ron Jeremy. I don't know.
Yes.
Who's the guy that was in the there was a gentleman who was in
Y'all gotta laugh. I used to think that Captain Lou Albano was freaking Ron Jeremy.
Oh shit!
The awesome
I
similarity.
did. I was like, what's Captain Lou Albano doing in his porn? As a kid.
And Ron Jeremy, but Lou Albano also did some playing of. I think they both did some playing as Mario. As a Mario and Luigi from Super Mario Bros.
Lou Albano was not Ron Jeremy, was he?
Yeah, it was a porn parody.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I know he wouldn't do. What the hell, Ron? Messing up my childhood.
Look up Ron Jeremy. I'm gonna find the image and I'm gonna post it in link. Ron Jeremy, I know, did some Mario stuff.
Just savage.
Oh, apparently a lot of it. The dude's looking rough now.
All that syphilis.
Well, maybe that. I don't know. And, well, the dude just kind of, he's fucking old. I mean, he was in his prime in the 70s. Apparently his girlfriend at the time sent a picture of him into Playgo. He got posted. And he wasn't a bad-looking guy in the 70s necessarily. But then he just became identified with porn, and he kept doing it. And then he became like a cultural icon for porn. And the rest is history or whatever.
What's up?
Chisel.
Schnitzel.
We're talking about Ron Jeremy.
Oh. Kind of a fat, ugly guy to be in porn for so long.
Well, I mean,
That's why his nickname's Old Fatso.
all right. Here's the deal. The idea that to be in porn, you have to be good looking as a male.
Yeah, I know.
You have to be good looking as a female in general to be in porn. There are weird kink exceptions. But to be in porn as a male, you essentially have to have maybe like 3 or 4 qualities. One, be able to get it up with a bunch of people watching and other people sitting around looking at the watches going, time is money. 2, be able to come on cue, not just, wait, 30 seconds in, I'm done. 3, be fairly long, but even that's probably not as big a deal because if you actually look at the height of some of these guys who are porn stars, they're not hugely tall guys. Like, well, I'm completely average when it comes to my wiener. I'll just put that out there on the feed right now. I'm completely average. But on a 6'3" guy, completely average, doesn't look huge. Because I've looked at it, I've measured it multiple times because I'm that kind of anal motherfucker. You don't have to be huge, but it helps. So if you have those three qualities, you're probably going to do okay as a male porn star. But quite frankly, having someone, the main thing was that first part, being able to get up while a lot of people are sitting around watching you, going, look at the watch, time is money. Boy, look at the watch, time is money. That is a quality that I don't think many people have.
And then don't forget that during being asked to, hey, double stuff this chick, and by the way, you guys are swords going to cross.
Yeah, I haven't been a problem with that.
To be able to completely ignore that.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really want any of my. I love you guys, but I don't really want to have my dick whipped against any of you over sticks. That's not going to happen. That's not going to work for me. Yeah. I'd have a problem with that. God bless.
I don't know. When I was younger, me and my friend were experimenting, and we was DPing a chick, and our testicles touched. That was the end of that experiment.
The bag test.
I'm dying here, man. Yeah, I want to say I have no homophobia or nothing like that. But I don't think as a straight guy, my gay friends, I love you guys, but I think my testicles hitting other guys' testicles would just kind of ruin the moment.
I insist you finish. No, I insist you finish. No, I'm gonna go outside and wait, and you can have your fun. I'll be reading the Bible or something.
You should have just went to the Eiffel Tower after that.
Eiffel Tower. I love you guys.
Well, I'm gonna go the other end.
We didn't know what the fuck that was until later. So
I'm gonna go to the other end.
Nah. I couldn't after that because I instantly went soft and insisted that he finish. He insisted I finish. And, yeah, and the chick was like, "Somebody fuck me."
Given the stage points out, a lot of male porn stars have to swing both ways anyway. I asked about
No, they don't.
My sense of porn that's gay for pay, as they call it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do that either. Like, you got to have some tendencies already to be okay with, like,
Well, you're taking it, then you could do it easily, but to get it up, and then I heard of people who have like fluffers. I'm not sure how common fluffers are, though. You know what fluffers are?
Yeah. the girls or guys that are supposed to make it do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. We've got really far away from girls at this point, but
Fluffers are like responder. They just throw shit out there and try and get a response.
That's what we're doing at this point, apparently.
Shit.
Damn, Charles left?
Yeah.
Charles gone too, but in general,
I laughed and a cheese stick went down the wrong fucking throat.
Was it cheese stick or was it something else? No.
It was cheesy.
I'm chill. I'm a bad man.
A cheese dick. I mean, a cheese stick. No.
Okay, maybe the stream has come to its inevitable end because some of my early streams we kept going for like 8 hours because I'd go to sleep or pass out.
Yeah, you just pass out. We hear you snoring.
Yeah, this was funny. one where I pass out, my brother starts calling my phone, and I still don't wake up. But you all are all commenting on it.
Yep. Those are the good old days.
Good old days, that's like, what, 5 months ago?
Yeah.
The stream has probably gone on for a good enough time, so how about we bid it adieu and we cover the subject matter. Keep in mind, we still have the feed out there for people to add ideas for future talk subjects. So, I mean, it's generally, well, it's mostly Forbush adding shit on there. You all can add shit too, you know. What do you want to talk about? Throw it out there in the show notes. And then we can all get a chance to hopefully read it sometime early in the day so we can actually speak intelligently as opposed to just being on a drunken stream like we normally are.
What's the matter with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fun too. I don't know how interesting it is for everybody, but yeah, I'm okay with whatever. But I'm just saying, I think, like for instance, one of my more popular streams was the matriarchy stream, and that's because we kind of planned it out. We had an idea what we want to talk about, and the ladies came on, and we talked about some interesting shit. It's nice to do that.
But now you're talking about work, Adrian. I mean, like, we gotta like do research and.
Ah, shit. I
actually
can
intelligently talk about
also.
something. What was that?
I can get the opposing opinion also, but we can do better.
We can do better.
At least we don't become like Paul.com, which is basically one big homoerotic joke during the entire podcast. At least the last time I listened.
Well, I mean, it's also kind of hard. It's also kind of hard to come up with topics because, I mean, you know, the field that we're in, if you miss something for one day, it's old news.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, like the only reason why.
Today was a couple of days old. We still can talk about it. I mean, how old is too old for old news?
Maybe that's what we should do. We should talk about old viruses, like really old shit. Like Cookie Monster. We should do an old virus stream. That'd be good.
Well,
good old Windows 7 antivirus virus.
Well, gentlemen and lady who left earlier in the cast because her bandwidth always sucks. You all have a good evening, and I think we'll see the podcast at this point. You all have a good night.
Yeah, have a good one.